The recruits LSU lost, was it to be expected? The answer, yes. So we knew ahead of time as this stuff started brewing that it was likely that these two guys, Joshua Mickens and Deron Reed, were going to end up elsewhere. Two top 100 kids. Two kids, you don't want to lose anybody. Certainly not two talented kids, but Mickens is from Indianapolis. Brian Kelly and Brian Polian had recruited him when they were at Notre Dame, so they got down here and already had a relationship. But that one is kind of a quick explanation in the sense of in the past year, his father passed away. He got an offer from Ohio State, which is about 2 hours drive from his house. Baton Rouge is not a 2-hour drive from his house. I think if you're getting an opportunity to play on a school that's top 5 team that is right not far from the crib, not a shock.
Right, and this is kind of to your credit. This is what you said was possibly flip watch. Whenever we mentioned it, you were like, "This is a more probable."
And he visited for the Ohio State Michigan game, and now he's decommitted. So he didn't straight up flip, and put out a nice message to thanking Polian and LSU fans and Kelly and everyone that let him be a part of the class. And I'd guess sooner than later, depending on when you're listening to this, he probably will be committed to Ohio State. Deron Reed, however, he's a kid from Georgia, but it's right on the state line. So he's about 30 minutes from Auburn's campus. So we're not talking far. He was there all the time this year. What I think is happening right now is Auburn is trying to make a big splash to go along with the hire of Freeze, keeping Carnell, hiring a new staff, moving away from the Boise State era of Auburn football and into a modern SEC era of back to the SEC roots of Auburn football. But they want to make some splashes on the recruiting trail. They're after Auburn, guys in Alabama's class, guys in Georgia's class. They're after guys in LSU's class. And Deron Reed was from right down the road. And I think they offered him a nice package and opportunity, and he took it.
And so this goes.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's
that's above.
We're living it. We're living it.
But that goes to show, like, it's as bad as people thought with Harson's recruiting. Like, not ability.
They're desperate.
The players that he was going after now, they're trying to go back to the SEC. Well, then you're so late in the game, you have to pilfer some classes. Is that pretty much their strategy? And then drop.
They have no other option. You can't. All the good players mostly are committed, and they're not really in on any top players who are uncommitted. So you got to go make waves. That is what it is.
So Auburn's a live dog, because I do believe that. Say what you want about Hugh Freeze, I think he'll get that thing right. Auburn's going to be a player in the SEC for. It may not be next year, but the next 3 to 5 years, Hugh Freeze is going to get at least be competent.
For the next 3 to 5 years, I'll be playing at
we'll be
Auburn.